Hello everyone, I'm recording this on New Year's Eve. Hopefully I'm going to get it up on New Year's Eve. Not that any of you are going to listen to it on New Year's Eve because you've all got better places to be, I'm sure. But this is episode 4 of the Win or Lose podcast. It's with Tomi and Markham from Dolgellau ahead of their game against Machynlleth. Last game of the season, last game of the year, 2024, just before the Christmas break. Take me a few weeks to get it up because I've been ill, and as you all know, I don't have to tell you, but the Christmas period is very busy, so it has taken a little while to get around to doing it. But there hasn't been any games in between, so everything is still relevant. A really good chat. I just got given these two lads' names before I went down without any context, and I did not know what to expect. But they were class, to be fair. Really top crack. Good chat, very honest, and very passionate about their clubs. So I loved it. It was a really good one. It did, having two guests rather than one, provided a new challenge with microphones. The audio perhaps isn't as uniform across the whole episode as it has been in the past, but still pretty good. I've had to be tinkering with it, which is part of the reason why it's slightly delayed coming out. And then afterwards, we did it in the change rooms, and once again, it was after the showers. It was really steamy and misty, and the visual on that part of the episode isn't great. But I tell you, I did two games, the first game and the junior game, and by the time afterwards, it's pretty knackering, I can't lie. So I tend to just throw in the towel and just get the job done on the final bit. So, but it is a really good chat, very honest from the boys, and I loved it. So have a listen. Maybe not today, but in the coming weeks before the season restarts this weekend, maybe. So, yeah, we'll leave it there. Let's crack on with the episode. Finally, just to say Happy New Year to you all, and I hope this coming season is a successful one to anyone listening. And, I hope you're ready to get going again. You've had a couple of weeks off. Your bodies have recuperated. So, let's get back to rugby, eh? Right. Roll VT. Right. Right, okay, welcome back to episode 4 of the Win or Lose podcast. I'm down at Dolgellau for their two games today. First are playing Machynlleth in the Div 2 North, and then your youth are playing Caerleon?
Caerleon, yeah.
Yeah, that's the one.
But I'm with Markham and Tomi, and I've just had to start again. But Markham, you're injured.
Yeah, injured. Knee. Waiting on in a pre-season game. So I haven't had any minutes so far, but then waiting on MRI results, so hopefully.
How are you finding that?
Tough.
Yeah?
Tough, yeah, when I get stuck into it, to be honest, because it was the last pre-season game before.
Who was it against?
The season. It was an in-house game.
So oh, really? Yeah.
Like just like a training session, and then
just starting to ramp it up for the season.
It was a big mistake, because I think about 4 players got injured.
Oh, really?
that game, yeah.
Typical.
Yeah, when it's your mates, you go a little bit harder, I think, don't you? So.
Yeah.
And Tomi, not selected.
Yeah, I didn't make the cut today.
Have you played this year?
I have played, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm on 4 caps for the year.
Okay.
Well, all time. So this is my first year playing
debut
season. First year playing rugby.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah, like in general.
Didn't play in school, nothing like that.
I played in school until people hit puberty, and I just didn't grow, so I just stopped after that. So
have you not seen that Shane Williams advert where it goes?
Yeah, I said he was too small to play rugby. Yeah, well, yeah, but I'm not. I'm so slow. So he's got a bit of pace, but yeah.
You need some sort of attributes, I think.
Yeah. So I'm still trying to find out what them attributes are, but no, yeah. So it's, first time playing, so yeah, it's I'm enjoying
interesting.
It. Yeah.
A lot of people tell me that I need to play some minutes at some point because I've never played.
You never played either?
No, mate, no.
Hell.
Yeah.
You just love give it a go. Watching.
Yeah, I broke my collarbone snowboarding, and they were like, "Don't break this again; it'll be a disaster." And then it kind of put me off ever doing anything contact.
Yeah.
So.
Well, you still get stuck in with some sort of aspect of it.
But also, when I see people like yourselves with battered knees and stuff like that, maybe I just want to...
Yeah, it's not ideal.
Yeah, you're not missing much. Yeah.
So thanks for agreeing to have a chat with me before the game. We're about an hour out from kick-off now. You've got Christmas jumper party afterwards. So if you listen on Spotify, you won't be able to see these two boys nicely decked out for the holiday season.
Yeah, gotta make an effort.
We're matching as well.
We didn't even try. We've got
So
the same.
all the club
same
will be in them after, yeah?
Yeah,
Wow,
hopefully.
that's a plan.
If they're not, then they'll be
fine.
They'll be in trouble.
There's always one though in there.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
There's always one.
So you've got Mac today. Return fixture to what was the opening fixture of the season.
Yeah.
Which obviously I wasn't here, but I imagine was a bit of an unknown because you'd come down, they'd come up, so you didn't know what to expect. What were you both watching that game?
Yeah. Oh, I played. That was my first game.
Yeah.
So came on the last 10 minutes. But
27-5, you were victors, I think.
Yeah, that was I was watching, and it was a close game. I don't think the result actually portrays the game.
It was a lot closer than
it was
than the
a couple of breakaway tries.
Yeah.
Which separated the side, so it was probably going to be a big tough game today.
Yeah, local derby for you. You said yeah.
Local derby.
What is Mac from here? How far?
25 mins.
Yeah.
No, less. Well, yeah, ish.
Yeah.
Less than that.
25 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm so bad with I've been through them all, but actually connecting the dots.
Yeah. Well, it's closest to it.
Yeah, it's the closest rugby club to here. So
yeah, everyone else is further north, aren't they? So
right, yeah. Well, they're a bit of I feel like they've been a bit of a hard to pin down this year because they pick up they beat the Bay the other week by a point, I believe.
Yeah,
that was them, wasn't it? Or was that you?
No,
both. Well, we did the week before, and then and then they won by a point as well the week after.
Kick of the match, wasn't it?
So, but it's nicely set up because you are 4 wins, 4 losses, and they're 4 wins, 4 losses.
Yeah.
I think you've got the extra point, but
there's a few others. I think there's a couple of the teams on the kind of the same.
Yeah,
as
real
well.
split.
Yeah, and it's quite interesting, the fact that everybody's so kind of close together, and everyone seems to be beating each other.
Yeah.
So, it doesn't really matter if it's home or away either. So
I think it's a really good league this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
A good one to watch. I know Gelly and Caerleon 2s are down at the bottom at the minute, but most teams are giving everyone a game.
But Caerleon is they're playing competitively. We had a cup game and a league game up there, and it's been close.
Yeah.
Hellish close.
Physical
side.
There's lads that know their rugby there, so I think it's just trying to translate it into wins for them.
Yeah,
definitely.
But yeah, hoping for a really good one today. I've done Mac already at Welsh Pool this year, and similar to what you say, I don't think the result quite portrays. They're a good side, but they got turned over a bit on the day. But you've played. How did you go? You gave Welsh Pool a good game, didn't you?
Yeah, we came really close. I think they went down to 13 men at one. They got a red card and they got a yellow card. I just think we've just been panicking at times a lot. This season, we've got onto really good positions. Guion, he's been kicking everything, fair play, and getting points on the board. And then it's kind of just that last little bit where we just want to hang on, and that's when we kind of that's when Welsh Pool kind of got back at us, and they pushed hard in the end, and then we just didn't quite stick in there. But it's but that was a hell of a game against Welsh Pool.
Yeah. I think struggling a bit with game management. That's probably one, and the attack sometimes where really forward focus instead of trying to spin the ball up, and which is portrayed in struggling scoring the tries.
Yeah.
So the points have been coming through Guion's boot.
Yeah.
So which is good, but I think we're struggling in just getting that ball out wide and playing some open rugby.
Has he been dead eye this year? Yeah, with the boot.
Yeah, he's been pretty.
He's God.
The majority of the points have been coming from Guion's foot.
Yeah.
So watch out for him today. Yeah.
I'd say so. He's pretty consistent.
Anytime we get a penalty on the halfway line, just
he
3 points.
He once sends 3 points.
Yeah.
It's calmed out there today as well. It's a good day for kicking, I think.
Yeah, I expect to see. I'm sure there'll be a lot of penalties in this game. So
scrappy.
A bit of foul play in there, but so. Expect Guion to get a lot of kicks.
Good segue. Let's take a step back to last season. We were speaking about Cobra. I came to see you take on Cobra away last year at Cobra.
Yeah.
And you were saying that was a bit of a scrap, that fixture, and all you boys were watching it back afterwards.
Yeah, I think we saw the footage. Yeah, and that video got sent to a few group chats. Yeah, the bloke had a bit of stick for that. But
playing today.
Starting centre. Yeah.
Okay.
Might be a good idea to keep the cameras on him again.
Deja vu.
Yeah.
But let's speak about last year. What's it like going through a season like that, and how do you keep like the morale up? And like, I found it interesting because you're an established club, you've been around a long time, but like when you go through a season like that, what's it like playing amongst that?
Well, last year, it was really only last year I really kind of got involved with the club.
Yeah.
Obviously I've been friends with everyone for years, but last year we were going to away games, watching every week pretty much. It was tough. It was hard, the fact that like we were just on the sidelines, couldn't do anything, Yeah. And just to see that, just the boys' heads drop. Literally first 5 minutes, concede a try, head down, and then like nothing couldn't change that at all.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was a struggling year.
Did you play most of it?
The start of the year.
Yeah.
But it was a struggle. But I think what we could take out of it was how we stayed together, because there was some games like points were flying in against us.
94-0 away against Nance Conway.
Yeah.
It was
So that was
me and Tommy
were the only two fans in attendance
in that away game, and then but we still stayed together.
Yeah.
Like as a club, like it could have easily been one of those where everyone just walked away.
Yeah.
But there were still boys turning up.
That's
Not many.
That's a retirement catalyst, that sort of thing.
Yeah,
That's
it could
like
easily been done. It could
Yeah.
easily been done, but it just shows on the pitch and off the pitch, the people behind the scenes who were actually working. It just showed the kind of club that Dolgellau is, really, that it's like sticking together and that they're actually loving it for the rugby as well as the club itself.
Yeah.
For keeping it ticking over, and it worked out, because now we've got to Div 2 and competitive.
Yeah, but it makes like times like beating Mach first game of the season. It like last season, it just made.
Yeah, how much losses? It was like 22 losses in a row before that, and
it just made like winning games this season just like feel absolutely amazing.
Yeah,
really. We don't take it for granted.
I'd say it probably brought the team together as well.
Oh yeah, definitely
through it, because you had that core that stuck together throughout it all, and it's from that coming down to the next season, it's started to grow again. Yeah. Which is there's potential there. So.
Oh, you hear? Well, I've listened to a few podcasts this week from a professional side, but they're a side that was always expected to get relegated, I think. But they said that made the lads so close. Like everyone having that against them or whatever, that adversity, made the lads in the changing room so close.
Yeah.
So the fact that basically the same group.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That core.
Everyone pretty much.
That core's still there, and then obviously, as it does, new players coming in.
Yeah.
Some old players coming back.
Some new players. Like
yeah. So it's promising.
Yeah. But in general, people are enjoying their rugby a lot more this year, I assume.
I'd say so.
Yeah.
I'd say so.
You can. I mean.
Well, there's more numbers coming to training for once, so you can always do more when there's more numbers there.
What becomes the aim then? Because naturally, like Denby have gone up, and they've picked up a win or two, I think. But like, is it your aim to get back up as soon as possible, or is it just like?
I think it's take it game by game, to be honest.
Yeah.
We don't think too much there, and just keep building, because it's been a rebuild basically.
Yeah.
Because at one point there was not many players at all last season, having to find players from elsewhere.
Yeah.
Like Mac helped us out a lot last season. Yeah, a couple of players are coming over. So I think it's more enjoying the rebuild, but taking it game by game.
Yeah, we don't want to think about too much about, where we're going to be next year.
Just be competitive in this league too.
And and just enjoy it, because like we're playing good rugby now, but just enjoy it and play.
And off the field as well, get that social aspect back,
because we really lost that last year. Because we were coming back. I mean, don't blame anyone. Coming back to the clubhouse after getting destroyed. No one really wants to come out. They just want to have a shower, get changed, go home.
Yeah, yeah.
And it was not really much going on.
No, so like this year now we've got had a couple of socials and like today.
So trying to get that kind of
atmosphere back in the club.
Yeah.
What was that first home win like? Obviously, your Mac game was away. So
it was unreal.
Yeah,
because we won the plate in the sevens the week before.
Yeah.
So we were on it was just like a double whammy.
What sevens was that?
In Mach.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
We beat Mach then as well.
Oh yeah.
So but no, it was some of the boys they hadn't won in 2 years. So it was quite.
Have that feeling back.
Yeah,
it's good.
Yeah, it can suck the life out of you, I guess. But the fact that you're, like you say, competitive again now, back in a league where you can start to rebuild, I guess, back to what community sports should be.
That's it.
Yeah,
that's the bottom line.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Fill in places like I should say we're sat in a part of the clubhouse right now, so fill in this afterwards and stuff like that.
Exactly, and that's what it's all about, isn't it?
Yeah,
the community getting.
Well, I was down at Llanny last week and they're top of the table, but in Div 3 East and stuff. But to them, it didn't matter as long as they're like they were all sat there afterwards with the ladies as well, just enjoying their rugby.
Exactly, having a laugh after. That's what it's all about.
Yeah, you can get carried away, can't you? And maybe people like me don't actually help. Come down with a camera and stick it in your face and say, "Let's podcast," and you start to think, well, what we doing here? But like, it's about. Well, the reason I like it is because of the community afterwards and the chat and
people forget. It's only 80 minutes. Yeah. But actually, you're playing rugby.
Yeah.
Like the 90% is here. You're going to training. You're with the boys. Yeah. Spending time with each other.
Yeah, in that group atmosphere. Isn't
but actually playing the game is like it's not. It's like a tiny bit.
That's just
of the bigger picture, isn't it? Yeah.
So what's the pitch like out there today? It was underwater. Was it underwater?
Yeah, it was a swimming pool.
Yeah, it was. Here was flooded last week.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah, because obviously we're in a bit of a flood area here.
Yeah, did it come in?
No, well, there's flood barriers.
Right.
But out there,
it was a bit of an island here.
Yeah.
But no, I think it's
okay. It's
it's going to be a sticky one, isn't it? It's going to be heavy, but hopefully. It's dried out a bit of rainfall last night, but hopefully we can have some.
I messaged during it saying, "Am I still coming down? Like, do you play rugby over the winter when starts happening?" But I imagine
they do.
As long as there's no water, that much water, it's all right.
Yeah.
Not too much water.
Bloodbath. In training last Wednesday, I don't think you couldn't see any part of my skin. It was just covered in mud.
Yeah.
But it's really fun though.
See, that's the bit that I think I should experience. Maybe don't need to be putting myself in too much harm's way, but I do feel like I need to be face down in
the mud.
Yeah, why not?
That's really Welsh rugby, isn't it?
It is. That's what it's all about.
Grassroots rugby.
Yes, exactly. You've got 2 pitches out there, yeah?
First and seconds when there was a second, yeah.
And then it's split by the cricket pitch.
Yeah. It's like half. Most of the.
The cricket pitch goes on to the first, to be fair. So there's a bit of like a crossover in that season. So
that outfield gets
that's when the seconds pitch comes in handy when the cricket's still going on.
Right. Okay. Because I put up beforehand that I had a nightmare playing cricket down here. I used to come down here and play cricket, but my brother scored a big ton here once, and Greg. Said that he was playing in that game. He said,
Greg's a bit of a legend in the club now. To be fair, he's been playing
40.
He's been
2003.
Playing nearly longer than we've been alive.
So. And then there's a picture of him on the wall there. We were just looking at it now, and he's got like
bleached blonde
hair. And we say he's 18, 19.
Yeah.
No, so we were 3 years old when he was there in that picture playing rugby. First, and
which is quite impressive.
He's still starting in the front row. So
serious longevity going on there.
There's everywhere I go, like there's plenty in amongst every club, but like club legends, local legends kind of thing. Who really like comes to mind when you think about Dol?
To be honest, I think Glyn is like. What would you say his title would be in this?
He's like
just legend. But he was out there this morning, just clearing up the pitch, getting leaves off it, ready for the game.
What's his title?
Oh, well, he's just like a ground.
Groundskeeper, clubman.
Yeah, everything.
It's
all
usually
in
that
one.
guy, isn't it?
Yeah.
The guy that does it all.
And he's always after the game. He's always enjoying a pint with us as well. So,
Yeah.
So he's good crack.
Well, when I go out there later, point him out to me.
Aye, he'll be there ready.
He goes round with his money pot getting donations.
Oh yeah.
We've just had a card machine now. So the other week going around charging people with the card machine.
Oh
a couple quid.
He warned me to be fair. I said, I've got no change on. He's like, oh, don't worry, next week.
It doesn't pass anymore.
It's not going to work.
That little trick doesn't work.
Not going to work.
So when I coming in here today, it was the first real. Most places I go still feel like football villages, towns with a rugby club. Do you know what I mean? I think this really is the first one that, like, I'm from South Wales originally, so I know a bit. First one that feels a bit more like it's a rugby place. Is that something? Is that?
I don't know. Maybe it's.
I'd say it's pretty balanced.
It's
isn't
very
it?
balanced.
Yeah.
Obviously, Donald in tier 3 football.
Yeah.
So on quite a high level.
Yeah.
Competing well as well. So I'd say it's pretty balanced, and it's quite like a relaxed environment between the both as well. Like,
do you actually get on?
Like
get on well.
Yeah, there's a few boys.
Obviously, you always have a dig at each other and stuff.
Yeah, but you can have a chat.
Yeah, exactly.
Where's the footy pitch?
Just
right here.
On
Just
the
Do they use the clubhouse?
No.
No, they don't. They use cricket.
Oh right.
To change rooms and stuff.
I don't know what's going on there.
But it's still like boys who are watching the rugby. Like there's a game on today as well, and you can watch it as well from the clubhouse.
Oh, yeah?
So it goes well.
But I do think because Dol, it's got a big catchment area for rugby, whereas football you've got. Obviously, I'm from Towyn, so I got a football club there. It's a football club, Mach, Corris, Barmouth. Whereas it's just kind of Dol and Mach rugby.
Yeah.
So I mean, in that sense, probably is a bit more.
On the way down, I drove through Llechled. Lechwed.
Llechled. Oh, okay.
There's a rugby pitch like just randomly plonked in the middle of like their little industrial.
In Blaenau. Well, just before.
By the Slate, is it?
Yeah.
They used to have a team.
They do have a team. Yeah, Broad.
Oh, they've still got one.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
Okay.
Div 3.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Div 3. Yeah. Just gone down. Just gone down to Div 3. But we had a pre-season game against them. It was
right.
close.
Okay.
Because we've got a joint youth thing with them.
Yeah.
So we've got Dol and Brawl together.
Right. Yes. Yeah.
Because there's not quite enough for both teams.
That's where Bro play on that pitch.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah. They got a good clubhouse, good setup there as well. Balcony looking over.
Yeah. Well, I've had a bit to do with Bro. I've never gone to a home game, but I've had like Edwin there and stuff. I speak to him and obviously know about the collaboration between your youth sides and stuff like that. So when I drove past that pitch this morning, I was like, that looks used to me, but it was there wasn't much going on there today. So I was like, is it just another pitch lost? But that's where Bro play.
Yeah.
I think,
Oh, right, okay. Interesting. Maybe one day then. One day. But your lads are playing in the plate afterwards?
Yeah, some kind. Yeah.
What kind of mix is that team? Is it pretty much half and half?
I think it's pretty much 50-50. I think it's a split. Like there's more forwards from Dahl and more backs from Broad, but it's quite an even split.
Well, there's a few Towing boys in there as well.
There's but I went down to watch a cup game against Llangefni there, and good rugby, good fast flowing rugby there.
Well, I've seen that your group and Bro Carnarvon this year, where Ivan scored his last minute winning kick conversion. But I will say your lads were so they were gentlemen that day. They all spoke to me. They were one of the nicest groups I've come across, I will say. That's a testament to you lot and obviously Bro as well. So, but I'm looking forward to doing them again today. Although I did see Ivan's not playing, I don't think. I didn't see him in the team sheet anyway. So.
Oh, I'm not too sure.
I thought he was playing.
I'm not too sure about.
Unless I misread it, but looking forward to that one. So that question was going to lead on to what makes Dol special as a club, a rugby club first and foremost, but also the community around it. So.
I'd say that it's important in the community because it has so much stuff going on. Like on Sundays there's bingo, outside of rugby now as well.
Yeah.
So it's welcoming so many different people in here.
Yeah.
And it's such like an open space for anyone to just pop in when there's something on as well.
Yeah.
Like, it's not a closed group at all. It's open to everyone.
Is it how many nights a week's the clubhouse open or stuff like that?
I don't know. It's different all the
Yeah.
time, isn't it? Depending on what's on. Like tonight, there's a 50th birthday party.
Yeah,
as well,
yeah.
So it's like an used.
There's bingo on. Obviously, there's also like not tea gobaith, but there's some kind of like like these groups that come in for teas and coffees or whatever.
Yeah.
And there's always stuff going on. But I think everybody here is like so invested in the club and in here.
Passionate about it as well.
Yeah.
Aren't they? Like Claire, for example, she does so much behind the scenes. Especially last season as well. It was a really obviously tough year, but she kept it ticking over.
Yeah.
And so really thankful for everything Claire does for the club, and obviously coaches and every back in the background.
Yeah.
But I'd say it's something for everyone.
What about the town itself?
Dolgellau.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's quite funny because none of us are actually from here.
Yeah.
So, I'm from Towyn, obviously 20 minutes down the road.
Yeah,
Tom's just a bit up in the mountains.
Yeah, surrounding
a bit
areas.
further out.
Yeah.
So it's
Is this where your socials though? Do you go out into town?
Yeah,
because there's
Quite
good food pubs about and all close, scattered about, but quite close proximity to each other. So it's always good fun. So you can always get a good pub crawl going.
Yeah.
And
Obviously, we were in college, went to college here, and know everyone, friends with everyone here, and it's weird because like obviously I'm a Towyn boy, born and bred, but it's like kind of like my adopted town,
Yeah, and like for me I went through the age grades playing rugby here, and I've always got that link to Dolgellau. And if to be fair, even though like I'm probably halfway between, if something's going on and like going for a pint or something, it's always Dolgellau that you head down to. Yeah.
It's nice because obviously me and Tom both Welsh speakers. One thing great about here is everybody speaks Welsh.
Yeah.
So you could go to the pub, here or the Unicorn or whatever, and everybody's there speaking Welsh.
Yeah.
And
But also because there's so many tourists on the foot of Caerleon,
Yeah.
it's also like open it, like welcomes anyone as well.
Yeah, well, I will say, like, you don't usually your first language Welsh. Yeah.
First language Welsh.
You usually hear that, I'd say, in the accent kind of thing, whereas you don't really carry that with you. So maybe because of the tourist.
Yeah,
maybe university got that out of us. To be fair.
Because I was doing one of two Welsh speakers in primary school, so obviously brought up with a lot of English speakers. So
and Towyn High School wasn't a.
Yeah, Towyn's a very English place.
Yeah.
So.
Where'd you go to uni?
I was down in Swansea.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Play rugby.
For the Welsh medium rugby team down there.
Oh right.
Yeah,
Okay,
it was during COVID though, so it wasn't much going on until third year, end of third year. So.
What about you?
Good fun.
At Liverpool.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But you didn't play.
I played hockey.
Oh, did you? Yeah.
Yeah.
I can imagine that. To be fair.
Yeah.
What's that, John Moore's or?
Yeah.
Oh right. Okay. Nice.
Up the Johnny Moores.
Yeah. They were up in Bangor actually the other week. Because they wear they like blue.
Blue. It's the same colours as Dol. Yeah. Our ties. Ties are literally the same.
Yeah. But there were a couple of Welsh speakers in that team.
Oh yeah. There's loads of Welsh people in Liverpool. Yeah. That's why it's quite nice going there. It's like it's not too far, and yet it feels like I'm home. Just Welsh people everywhere.
Yeah.
So it was nice.
Oh, nice. Well, yeah, I had a couple of mates that were staying around Dol for a while, a couple of years ago. So I came down a bit and we had a few drinks around town. I spent a few nights here and stuff. And it's a place I'm quite fond of actually, but I couldn't really tell you why. But it's quite nice and compact and like put together, and it's still like got a lot of its charm around the centre there.
Yeah, the old market town Dolgellau, isn't it?
Yeah.
But like you said, it is condensed. Everything's right next to each other.
Yeah.
And that just makes it so much better. Because you could go, like from here now, have a pint, 30 seconds, or a few minutes down the street in the next pub. Next pub's next door. And it's, and it feels busy. It always is busy.
You're probably the closest that I've been to anyway. The closest one to town, Bay,
I think so.
Welshpool, Llanny.
Yeah,
they're all
apart from Mach, but even Mach is. But we look. It's a really good place where we
good
are.
setup.
Yeah.
Good setup.
Good place to, like you say, stick together.
Yeah.
I think that's partly why Welshpool is a good group, because they can walk, so they all go together to what. Whereas if you say jump in the cars that we'll all meet here,
Yeah, it's a bit different. Isn't
you've
it?
got a lot of temptation just
I know,
peel off home and
Yeah,
go
exactly.
please the missus or
Yeah.
something. So yeah, it's a place that I like, but yeah, I could never really put on why. But whilst I was coming in today, I was in a bit of a rush as always. I've had to stop at the co-op to get food and stuff, and then I drive through the town, and I remember there's like a really nice cafe on that. So I feel like I've missed out again. To be honest, eating some naff chicken.
Yeah,
burger from the
Just have to
co-op,
come
but-
back again.
Yeah. We'll see. So back to today's game then. What predictions on? I don't know. Let's get a score prediction, and then like one to watch.
I hate score predictions. It's so hard.
No one's been close yet.
No.
I reckon it'll be close. I reckon it'll be closer than the away fixture. Maybe like a 3-point game.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think it's going to be because they've been struggling to get a lot of players. They had a lot of old people come back a few weeks ago, and a couple of my mate, he's just come back from Thailand. He's unfit as hell. He's on the bench today. I don't know. I think it'll be close. It'll start close, but I think hopefully we'll edge them out towards the end.
Fitness,
Yeah, I think so.
I reckon 15-18.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a bit more points. Maybe some, I don't know, 25-10.
Yeah,
something
a couple of scores in it.
Yeah, a couple of scores each. And
Okay.
Guion. But one to watch. Guion Jones.
Yeah,
number
with the
10.
boot.
Yeah.
One to watch, Owen Thomas.
Yeah.
The bloke who got the red card.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He's definitely
One
one
of
to
all,
watch.
What's he playing? 12 or 13 today?
12,
12.
I think.
12.
Sorry, your reasoning to watch him is he might score or he might kick off.
Nah,
He'll get a try. He'll get a big hit in, and then
yeah, he's pretty solid player, attack and defence.
Is he a handful? Yeah, like for
I'd say so.
Just
Hard lines,
beast.
hard hits.
Yeah. And then with the youth, do you know? Like, it's a lot to keep up with. I know that myself. Like, no.
Yeah, well, like you said, there's a few boys from town in there.
Yeah.
I'd say in the front row, Aaron Lewis. He's a bit of a tank.
Definitely one to watch.
Yeah, but causing havoc in the scrums.
Where are the away side from? I've never heard that.
Caerleon.
I've got no clue.
Is it a national thing then, or this game a cup get? Because it's a cup fixture, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a cup fixture. I'm not. So yeah.
Yeah, down Newport way.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, they've come away then. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So.
What stage of the cup is it? Do you know?
Oh God, I'm not sure. That's such a good check on my phone.
You're concentrating on Matt style on me.
You're like the guy on Joe Rogan. What's it? When he says pull it up, like anything that he wants to question, just pull it up on the laptop. Pull it up.
Yeah, WRU Bowl. It doesn't say what round. No.
Yeah.
Okay.
It might be one. It'll probably be a couple game.
They're both on the same pitch, yeah?
Yeah.
Same pitch. Yeah. We first we got the early kick-off.
Yeah.
1 p.m. and then.
That'll be tough on the pitch though, yeah, by then.
Well,
I think it'll hold up.
I think seconds though. So
Yeah.
It won't be too bad.
I think it'll be okay.
Hopefully it holds up.
Yeah.
Right now. Something I ask every week is like advice you'd give. Like, there's people like Lou said now, saying the good, positive blanket statements that go across rugby. But I think it's quite interesting to know what clubs themselves, what advice they would give to their members on like mental health and like speaking, like in a male-dominated like stigma sport, if you know what I mean. Like what advice you'd give as mates of these lads and of part of this community about like mental health in sport and how you can combat it.
Well, I've been suffering with anxiety and depression since COVID.
Yeah.
So I already know like what goes on in people's brains when they're kind of feeling low and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Well, luckily I got help. A lovely lady from back home, and now just taught me ways how to deal with all the stuff.
Yeah.
I think it's just important. Like we were going on about saying, it's important. Like the rugby's one thing, but like it's important having a social thing. It's even more important that everyone's mates with everyone. It just be in an environment where you can express how you feel.
Yeah.
Because I know there's a lot of problems of like mental health issues in not just rugby, but it's kind of whole of sport, especially young men. It's just important to speak out and just speak to someone. Just it's so much better getting the weight off your chest rather than just keeping it and bottling it all up, because it never works. And it'll catch up to you.
Yeah, I'd say ask the awkward questions. So it could, in your head, it could be asking your mate how you doing. You can overthink it, but I think it's facing it and just asking them and asking them if they're okay and opening up to them in that way, because otherwise it's so easy to keep it in, isn't it, and not actually express that you're concerned about someone.
You like, we spoke about the feeling of losing every week last year, and how it like drags you down. That feeling of carrying that with you every week and not saying.
I can't imagine what it was like for most of the players. Especially you see some of the forwards going out every week, just getting hammered. Coming off.
You were saying, like, if you don't speak, it doesn't help.
No.
That's you just end up losing every week then in your own head. Do you know what I mean? Like, aside from the sport,
it definitely, people probably say, they wouldn't. It's you think, it's funny looking back. We got destroyed 50-0 last week.
Yeah.
But it would be on their minds, you know.
Yeah.
And then at the end of the day, it is just a game, Yeah. But it can weigh you down so hard. That's why it's so important to just speak to, just get it out.
Yeah.
What would you say the rugby club? Sorry, Markham.
No, that's all right.
The rugby club, because you're the first person that's been honest enough to say, like, I've had my struggles and whatever.
Yeah.
What would you, like, speaking to? Sometimes it's good to hear the people above, that are maybe governing this sort of thing.
Yeah.
How important rugby clubs are to their communities and people within them. Like, what has the rugby club given back to you whilst you've been like?
It's given me somewhere to come on the weekend. So many new friends. I can't imagine what I would have. I don't know what I would have been doing today if I hadn't had somewhere like this to come. Because I don't have a rugby club back at home in Towin.
Yeah.
But there's some people there. They don't have anything to go out. And if you're just sitting inside doing nothing all day, it's not healthy for you. That's why it's amazing, like, having this club here in Dolgellau, and everyone's such a tight knit family, and we're welcoming to everyone.
Players and supporters, isn't it? Because at the end of the day, being outside in fresh air is your best friend when you're overthinking and stuff going on. But so it gives an opportunity for everyone to get outside, have a chat, converse with mates, and watch some
great rugby.
Yeah, 100%. Like, your playing days can only be so long. So, like, keeping people like Greg that we spoke about, keep coming down and keeping that community and that atmosphere going is huge. And even me, when I'll stick the drone up again today, and when you see, like, where you are and where you're playing and stuff, like, it's impossible not to be, like, in awe of your surroundings.
Yeah.
But sometimes when you're in your own head too much, you get lost in that.
Yeah, it's probably best to just stop for a second and think.
Breathe.
Look at the bigger picture.
Just breathe.
Which is it's difficult. It is obviously difficult when there is so much going on, but it's so important to just look at the bigger picture and think.
Stop for a second. We're so lucky. We sit here today. You're all healthy. Well, maybe not the knee, but we're so lucky to be able to be here today. Watch some rugby and have somewhere to be.
That's class. It's like everywhere I've been up to now, we spoke about the stigma, and I guess it's just been left there. So for you lads to be so honest like that, that's who knows, like, what that might be to someone else. I know whenever I hear something like that, like, I take a lot from it, and, like, it puts my own problems and stuff in perspective and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Thanks, lads. I'm gonna quickly check how long we've been going. Must be close to 40 minutes. These things.
Yeah, 40 minutes.
Yeah, I'm getting good at this. Right, okay. That was mainly what I wanted to cover, I think. We've chatted about the game, chatted about your season thus far. Obviously hoping to make it 5 wins, 4 losses today.
Fingers crossed.
And then just, I guess, this year, like you say, just rebuild and see where you end up at the end of it all.
Yeah.
That's the aim.
Yeah, and just kind of keep building on this kind
Keep
of
the ball
social
rolling,
thing.
isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, not just the rugby, but like outside of rugby. Because we don't want the same thing happening next year if we go back down and dip again.
Yeah,
if people stop not turning up again, and then we're just back where we started. So, just important to try and
Keep the momentum going.
Yeah, keep moving forward.
Class. That's like the people that listen to this podcast is usually the club that I've gone to. Do you know what I mean? Like the main demo of each week is that club, and then they probably won't listen the next week. So like then people hearing that will, it's the right people that need to hear.
Yeah,
hopefully. Yeah,
right. Okay. Class. Right. Kickoff is pretty imminent. Yeah.
25 minutes.
25 minutes.
Yeah.
So I'll get out there, do a bit of pre-game video stuff, and point out who's
the ones to watch.
Who's wants to watch, and the club
Glenn.
Glenn,
yeah. Right, okay, point out Glenn.
He's walking around with his little pot of cat.
And the flagpoles and everything.
Yeah, everything.
Right, okay, class. We'll call it half time, then, boys, and then we'll see you back. Maybe not in here because it might be busy. We'll find somewhere anyway. See you back for 10-15 afterwards.
Ideal.
Good.
Cool.
Perfect.
Cheers, lads.
Nice one. Thank you.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Class. Enjoyed
Cheers.
that, lads. Thanks. Right, boys, welcome to the second half. Usually whenever I go to these games, I'm going to home teams, and home teams on average win more often than normal. But on today is one of the rare occasions. Nah.
We're not the average home team.
Yeah. We're sat in the changing rooms. If you're watching, it's going to be a bit steamy because it's post-shower. But a loss for the ones.
Tough loss.
What was the score?
15-20 in the end. Yeah, full time 15-20. Missed the kick for the corner right at the end.
Yeah, painful one that, innit? Because who knows what would have happened from there.
Frustrating.
But that wasn't the only mistake of the game, was it?
I think that was the story of the first half, to be honest.
Yeah, very careless at times. You almost look like the away team at times, like a bit uncomfortable like that. But yeah, just never got it going.
Never really settled. Like from the first minute, fair play to Mach. They came here with a point to prove, losing the first game, and yeah, they just came out the blocks a lot quicker than us. They were on it from the first minute, and we never really started.
That first 20, they were on top.
They held. They remembered that loss in Mach, didn't they? And then they've gone into this game all guns blazing.
1-1 for the year.
1-1 for the year, yeah. So we'll just have to settle it next season now.
Yeah, we'll have
I'd say so.
Go again. It's highly likely that you'll both be in this league. So two more interesting games to come.
I feel we've got a point to prove as well, because that second half showed what Dolgellau are about. They played some good rugby, fast flowing rugby. Forwards were in tandem, but that first half, it was just too much of a hill to climb, wasn't it?
I said before the game that, 60 minutes onwards,
Yeah.
Dol switch it on.
Yeah.
Exactly the same thing happened today.
If you had another 20 minutes, I think you might have turned.
Who knows?
Yeah,
Who knows?
I don't know.
What? Yeah, buts if, maybes. But
Yeah.
But Caerleon Smith came over saying they've got old boys in there and they're playing old school rugby, and that still works, like in most places in Wales. I feel like.
yeah, that's it. Grassroots rugby now. If you're showing aggression in them breakdowns and the carries, you're going to be on the front foot. And
Yeah,
that's what happened today.
just do the simple things. You know, there was about, I've been saying this all season, like so many instances where we can lose the ball every carry because there's no one coming in to support. But luckily we haven't. But even then, it's just the ball's slow. There's just not enough structure, to the next phase, and it's just caught up with us today because
Something to build on.
yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Bit of a freak try in there as well. for Matt.
You don't see them very often.
From a penalty kick and to be fair to the player that followed the kick, isn't it?
That's why you chase every penalty.
Opportunist, yeah.
Kick for the post, misses, defensive mistake, try.
Been rewarded. And
Yeah.
Well, we now know what those 5 points meant to the game.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
So, and then the youth team went out, and how do you say that opposition again?
Caerleon.
Yeah, they were quick. They threw the ball around nicely and pick and go. Never really stopped to take a second. So.
Quality outfit, weren't they? They were,
they
looked
looked
a serious team.
So those boys struggled out there today, but that's youth rugby, you know. That's where you learn your trade and stuff.
Yeah.
So. How many pints deep are we?
Not many.
5.
Been crying most of the time.
Yeah. drinking our tears. Yeah.
You've been quite composed, to be fair.
Yeah, it's got to be done, isn't it? You wait until after the games and then you'll get into it.
There's all sorts going on in there at the minute. Food, there's a DJ setting up.
Yeah, the party. Yeah, it's filling up in there now.
Club's busy, can't complain.
Yeah, the town looked awesome on the drone today as well. I will say we had a dry day. The ground played well, I thought.
Yeah, it held up well.
It did, and yeah, all in all, despite the results, a good day out at least for myself. And I'm sure by midnight tonight you'll probably
drown with silence.
You'll have a similar feeling about I think. Yeah. So, what is the plan now then? Just.
I think we'll have a few beers, a few jars in the club now.
I think we'll have a few more here, and then I think the plan before was have a darts competition, but a bit too busy in here, so I think we'll head over to the pub, up to the Cross, and have a darts competition there. You
were saying your Christmas meal might be substitute for this, yeah?
Yeah. So obviously the plan tonight was have a nice sit down Christmas dinner after the game.
3-course meal.
3-course meal there. It was bloody lovely last year, but because of the 4 teams in here tonight,
we can't complain. Clubhouse.
Nobody on there.
Yeah, exactly. So, put money behind the bar.
That's the one. Yeah. That's the one.
Is there a pub called the Stag in town?
There is. There is the Stag.
I think I was drunk in there once, and I really liked their playlist. I started talking to the barman, and he added me onto it and stuff like that. So,
supporter of the Stag.
Yeah. It's a good, solid, traditional pub.
Yeah, I'd say so.
They've recently done it up a couple of years ago, didn't they? And before that, it was very much the dodgy old man pub. But I think
a few dodgy looks when you walk in.
But they've breathed new life into it now.
Yeah. Open arms to everyone.
Yeah, that sounds like a good trip advisor. If you haven't been to the Stag in a while, head back there.
Yeah, go to the Stag.
Worth going.
Yeah. Best pub in Hull.
I didn't know what to expect coming down here today. I just got given 2 names. And was told, turn up and they'll do a podcast with you. I half expected me to get in and to bottle out, but you've been a very good crack, to be fair to you. Thank you for giving me an hour beforehand and half an hour afterwards and stuff. And I really appreciate it.
Nice.
Good. Yeah,
top lads, and when I come down next, perhaps I'll catch you on the field.
Who knows?
Who knows? If you dare. I mean.
Oh, and finally, anyone listening, Merry Christmas to everyone at Dolgellau Rugby Club. Thanks for having me down, and have a good.
Nadolig Llawen.
Cheers, boys.
Happy days.
Thank you very much.
Nice one, thank you.
Done.
Good fun.